Vast Difference is back. I didn't know when we started.
Yeah, we are.
This podcast is a show where two brothers debate incredibly stupid things back and forth. Whether it's 50 Cent versus 9 holes or Wiz Khalifa versus 3 bowls.
Oh, let's smoke about it.
The winner of this fight will only be crowned once we read the results of the poll that you all voted on in our Instagram story. Vast Difference Pod. On Instagram, that is where you voted. Thank you all for following us.
And you better be voting.
Make sure to check Vast Difference out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. Subscribe to the channel.
We're on the talk, baby.
Please like this video, okay? Actually, you know what? I'm going to talk without my phone.
Yeah.
Like the video. Subscribe to us. We appreciate everything. That last video got us up to 1K.
Yeah, these numbers are climbing. We're getting a lot of more support, so keep it coming. Don't stop now.
2 new subscribers also? God dang.
The boys are about to make it.
The boys are back in town. I am your number one toast with the host, Austin Fay. And the man to my right is a.k.a. Daddy, a.k.a. Sassy, and a.k.a. even sometimes Gassy, Blake Fay.
Hey, that's me, and I am all 3 things.
It was kind of a long intro, but I had to,
I liked
pull it out this week.
I had fun with it.
So yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
It's been about 3 weeks since we've podcasted.
It has. It's been a while.
Yeah.
We've been so busy. Tilling the fields and all the things that we do to keep us busy week by week.
Finally, we got our tomato seeds put in the ground. So by I think October. Well, some pretty good pico de gallo.
Episode 47, we'll have some ripe tomatoes to show right here on the podcast.
We'll put it on a bowl right here, and then you guys can see the turnout.
See the old ruby reds.
Yeah. Oh, I like the name of that. Is that what tomatoes are called?
I don't know. They are today.
Yeah, that's what we're calling ours. Ruby Red. Check them out on the vastdifferencemerch.com. It's not real yet. Sorry. Sorry to burst your bubble.
I would love to have merch, though. We'll get there one day.
Yeah, we will. Stickers and banners. And what I really want, to be honest...
Mouse pads.
Whoa, oh, shit. Mouse pads? VD mouse pads.
Do people even use mouse pads anymore?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let us know in the comments if you use mouse pads, because, I haven't heard of that in a long time. Tyus, do you use a mouse pad?
Negative.
Maybe at offices. That's probably about the only place.
Yeah, exactly. No one else is using that shit nowadays. This week, though, we are doing Ben 10 versus... Avatar: The Last Airbender. Okay,
that's right.
And just before we get into it, let me say this is only the shows, the original Ben 10 versus the original Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's not their other shows that have come out or spin-offs or anything. That doesn't apply here.
This is the OGs.
The OGs versus the OGs. Okay, that's what we're doing. So. I feel like I've talked a lot since this has started, so I'm going to let you go ahead.
That's every episode, am I right?
God damn you. It's not my fault. I got a big mouth and I like to use it.
Well, yeah, you are the louder one of the two of us, I would say.
For sure.
I talk quieter. I'm a little bit more laid back.
Yeah.
I think people get that vibe a lot, especially at work. Mm-hmm. Because you're the one who's quicker to anger, and I'm pretty much chill, literally 100%.
Yeah.
At this job, 100% of the time.
The guy we work with tonight was like, I could tell you guys apart. And I was like, oh, that's rare. Not too many people can, And then he was like, well, I kind of have this power of mine where I can, even if someone has 2 infant babies that are identical twins, I can tell them apart. Their parents can't, but I can. And I was just like, why is that something to brag about? Who
I don't know if that's
a
a special power.
It's not, not a special power at all, and creepy.
Yeah.
To be honest. So don't do that. Don't do that.
That's like being my superpower is every time I go grocery shopping, I know how to find the sales.
That's no, you're just an extreme couponer.
Right.
That's it.
Nothing special about it.
Yeah.
I think the creepiest part is the fact, how are you around enough newborn twins? Because twins aren't an everyday thing.
No, they're not.
To where you can decipher the difference between two of them. Are you just Googling newborn twins at home? You creepy fuck.
Chances are one of those pictures is just duplicates of one baby.
Right.
Yeah, so.
And you think you figured it out, but you're looking at the same picture.
Yeah, it's like Creed on The Office.
Right. I was just thinking that.
Pam's like, it's the same exact picture. And then he's like, that one, 100%. And then you're like, oh, this idiot. Goddamn. Shout out The Office if you haven't watched it. Go watch it. It's pretty unknown, honestly. Not too many people know about it. So
probably the most underrated show of all time, honestly.
Oh, yeah. It really needs its,
It only lasted about 1 season.
Mm-hmm.
So they should have had more. It seemed like it was going to have a very bright future. It got canceled just like every other Judd Apatow show. It only lasts one season. But I highly recommend it. If you have not seen it, go check it out.
Outshout Judd Apatow, though. God damn, that dude really does cancel, or a lot of his stuff fails. That's sadly true.
But he hits him with the movie career, though. Mm-hmm. He pretty much only puts out hits as movies, I think. And he was on the Larry Sanders Show, so shout out Judd Apatow, actually. That's one of the greatest shows ever made.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, before we get into this, and I know I'm going to say that a lot through every episode, so just get used to it. But before we get into this, Larry Sanders Show, okay? I don't think it'll ever be a topic on here. Like, that'll never probably be a vast difference.
You never know.
But
who knows? I don't see it
maybe.
happening.
Yeah, I don't see it happening. But Larry Sanders Show, everyone out there, go check that shit out. One of, if not the funniest TV show of all time. Like,
truly underrated.
Yeah, truly underrated. And anyone that likes to see the behind the scenes of Hollywood and late night and, you know, how comedy works and all that, it's incredible.
Yeah.
But not nearly as incredible as Ben 10 is, okay? Ben 10 is... it's a masterpiece. It is truly one of... When I think 2000s, I think Ben 10. That is one of the biggest, like, pillars of my life of that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was definitely older when all of this came out. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. I was... Well, Ben 10, when did Ben 10 come out? I don't even know.
December 27th, 2005.
Nerd. 2005. Wow. Yeah. 2005. What a time to be alive.
Yeah. What a time. Can you believe that? 2005 was such a good year. Can you believe that?
Okay, so then Avatar is the same year?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that.
2005, like, even me and Tyus talked about it, me and, like, all of our friends, 2005 was one of those years that is, like, etched in history forever. Like, it is truly just remarkable the shit that came out that year. Any facet of any entertainment, music, whatever you like, 2005, guarantee that was one of the best years. Look it up. Guarantee it.
Oh, yeah. See, but I thought I was older when it came out, to be honest. But that would put me at about 13, I think. Mm-hmm. 13, 14.
Yeah.
But I still feel like at that point, you're not really into cartoons anymore.
No,
like,
yeah.
You know, because now you're ready to be a teenager, so you're like, I'm not watching cartoons. Like, you kind of transition.
I wish I had that. I was watching fucking, like, Super Y. And, like, I was watching PBS Kids cartoons when I was, like, 15. I didn't give a shit. I still don't give a fuck. We got on demand now, and Blake pulled up PBS Kids, and I was like, yeah, probably going to smack some of those tomorrow while I'm eating. Won't lie. Like, goddamn. But I'm a genuine sucker for cartoons, as anyone know. I love anime. I do voiceovers. I love all that shit. So it makes so much sense that I would be way more into cartoons than you ever were.
Oh, for sure.
Like, when I hit your age where you were when Ben 10 came out, I was still like, oh, a new cartoon, more than, the Cowboys are playing.
I mean, I transitioned out of cartoons at a pretty young age, I feel like.
Well, you had sex at 11, so, I mean, you had no choice but to get out of cartoons.
Right. Exactly. Once you get the digits in something, you don't really need Super Y, Arthur, get the fuck out of here. Absolutely not. I was trading an aardvark for anal, actually.
Name of the episode right there.
But, yeah, as I grew up, when I was a kid, I still watched Disney Channel and shit. But anytime it was cartoon, I'd be like, yeah, I want to find something else. Yeah. Like, I feel like that happened probably around, like, 9 or 10 for me. Honestly.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I was like, yeah, I'd rather watch Lizzie McGuire. I'd rather watch That's So Raven, Even Stevens. Any of those shows I would rather watch.
You left Cartoon Network in the dust before it even got into its, like, one of the greatest eras.
No, yeah, for sure. Cartoon Network was never really my thing. It was never first. It was never my go-to because, like I said, like, cartoons have never really been, except for when I was a kid, and I like cartoon movies, but, like, TV shows and stuff I'll watch.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I never, even as a kid, I was never, like, obsessed with any of them, except for, like, probably up until, like, 8, maybe. And then after that, I just kind of here and there.
That's actually, I don't remember you ever having, like, an obsession with anything. Like, you were just like, oh, man, I love Avenged Sevenfold. They're so cool when you were, like, 14. But video
Well, yeah, I mean,
games,
maybe that's something to do with it, because I found music around 10 probably is when I started, like, really getting into it.
It was basketball and then music, and then now you're 30.
Right. And still love music just as much. Still appreciate basketball, just don't watch it.
Yeah.
But
Shout out the Minnesota Timberwolves. I hear they're in the finals.
there you go. March Madness, baby.
God damn it, I wished. I was hoping he wouldn't call me out on that.
Couldn't even let you have the dream.
Wally Zerbiak walks in the room like, oh, shit, you're all right.
Well, I'd be okay with it, actually.
Yeah.
Make fun of him all you want of Wally Zerbiak's here. Get him on the show.
Oh, is that what... You know what? I need to have an illness so I can get a Make-A-Wish, and then I can call for Wally Zerbiak to meet... Well, he probably doesn't meet 26-year-olds, to be honest. That's probably not Make-A-Wish at that point.
Yeah, no.
Let's get in... Well, I can't get into that because I forgot we're doing Ben Timber's Avatar. Sorry. I was going to say, why can't adults have Make-A-Wish, to be honest? But that's kind of fucked up. But, yeah.
Maybe they do. Maybe they just don't focus on it because it's not kids.
True.
No one cares as much.
Yeah, isn't that sad?
Like, oh, some guy in a wheelchair?
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, he wants to meet LeBron. I don't care what that
Was
guy
he born
means.
this way? No.
No.
Why do I care?
He's not Lady Gaga.
There you go.
But yeah, I will also say that, like, I'm not going to lie and say that I also don't love Avatar, okay? I've had the entire series. I've had Ben 10's entire series, okay? But when it comes down to show for show, there's something about Ben 10 that is so, like... Like, obviously it's nostalgic, and I know that's, you said, like, that can't be a point just because it means something, and I'm like, yeah,
but it's going to come up. I'm just saying it can't, it's not a deciding factor in a debate, because it's a bias.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah.
But it definitely can be said for sure.
This is the hardest episode I've ever done, because these two are, like, up there, so I had to fucking pull one out of my ass, and I just realized, like, yeah, Ben 10's probably... my favorite out of these. And what I realized is because all of the aliens, true. Let's before I do any of that, I guess we should probably say what it's about. Ben 10. It's a show about a 10-year-old boy who gets a watch. Okay, that is
an
Omnicrux. Oh, you are okay. Level 2. It's called an Omnitrix. Okay, and it's sent down from space, crashed down. It latches onto his fucking wrist. He can't get it off forever, right? Okay. He turns into these 10 aliens, all right, which each 10 have different powers, and they all have different personalities. They all have different voices as well. I mean, it's going to mean a lot coming up, so just pre-warn you, okay? And then he also has his grandpa Max and his cousin Gwen along with them, or with him, to go along this adventure. And they go on all these things with him turning into these 10 different aliens, trying to defend Earth from, the biggest, baddest villains of space. And people from other planets, people from other dimensions, people from other worlds that aren't even, like, dimensions, like people that are completely not even in the realm of reality. These Ben eventually fights, okay? Crazy shit, right? Like, space, way crazy. And so, as a child, I realized, like... Oh yeah, I love this. All the characters all have the individual presence about them, And I know you could probably say the same thing about Avatar, but it's not the same, and it's just not the same for me when it comes to how each character. And I'm also basing it a lot of comedy as well.
Right. Well, with Ben 10, I've seen it here and there, and I mainly know it through you and you watching it as a kid and having all the action figures, and then as my son was getting older, he got into Ben 10 for a while, and that's about the most knowledge I have of it. Yeah. I've never sat and watched a whole season, or I know I've seen episode 1 at least 27 times in my life. I know that for a fucking fact.
Oh, I mean, how can he not? He turns into Diamond Head, fucking shoots diamonds everywhere. It's badass. When you're 7 years old and this fucking kid is coming out destroying like 20-foot robot aliens, it's the coolest shit.
Like, right, and that, like, it sounds cool, but with Avatar, he pretty much has like all of these like other lords and whatever the fuck they are that he has to fight against, and has like these different type of elements that he brings in. I feel like where Ben 10 is like, no matter what, they're both like outlandish. Neither one of them you can be like, oh, one's more realistic than the other. Like, one is him spitting out air, so it's like
spitting,
and then the other one is him turning into aliens. So it's like, no matter what, it's pretty far fetched, regardless.
No, we're not talking Pokemon. Okay?
No, there you go. But I feel like with Avatar, it's cool to see like this kid who like there's like a story involved where it's like it kind of was like before him, and to see his journey, I guess, is kind of cool. Where with Ben 10, it's like, unless I just don't know, but from what I do know, it seems like it just kind of happened upon him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the grandpa or whatever he is, uncle, I don't know.
Grandpa Max.
Okay,
Come on, man.
Right.
Am I defending to myself here? Jesus.
Did he have anything to do with this before? Or it just happened to been?
Do you want to know?
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, he did. Okay. You want to know who Grandpa Max fucking is?
Okay.
Grandpa Max is one of the top alien assassins that ever worked for the Force. Ever.
Oh, okay.
He takes his kids. Oh, yeah, let me get into that real quick.
So basically, anyone who has the watch can use it.
No. Ben is the only person that's ever been able to use the watch. Where, by the way, Aang, who's
so
the
then
Avatar...
how are people turning into the monster or the aliens before him? They were just aliens and they didn't morph into human?
No, everyone's been trying to get that watch. Like, Ben...
But who is he assassinating?
He's assassinating other aliens that are trying... Because the watch has been on Earth, okay?
Right.
So he goes like... It's kind of like Men in Black. You know how Men in Black, it's like... We we protect you every day, but you never see us, you never know who we are, like that whole thing. Like,
right.
We do everything behind in the dark, in the shadows.
Like the CIA.
Yeah, the CIA type shit.
Yeah.
That's what this is. Like, aliens are attacking at all times, but no one knows because of Grandpa Max, and like, I can't remember what the force is called. Like, it's like the intergalactic something. And he portrays everything because he wants everyone to think he's a plumber. So everyone's just like, oh, Grandpa Max, you're one hell of a plumber, you're great. And then all of a sudden, when shit goes down, who's there to save everyone? Grandpa Max come in doing fucking drop kicks, German suplexes, fucking laser guns, laser swords, like the craziest shit you've ever seen. Oh, by the way, Grandpa Max, the coolest fat in cartoon history. You can't deny it. That dude is one cool fucking fat, okay? But
Iron is a pretty cool fat guy. That's all I'm gonna say.
Iron.
He's a badass.
Yeah, Uncle Iroh is who he's
and
talking about.
He passes on a lot of knowledge.
Well, yeah,
he's a badass.
Yeah,
he's hilarious.
That's what I'm saying. I can easily
very cool.
Yeah,
fat.
I can't talk shit on Uncle Iroh because he's one of the best written characters like of any show you'll see. Like, I would put up Uncle Iroh against anything in Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, fucking The Wire, whatever the fuck you want to throw at. Uncle Iroh has said some shit that even they couldn't have fucking wrote. And you can say it's a kid show all you want or whatever, but that show has literally, because of Iroh, had some of the most, like, deep, thoughtful, thought-provoking quotes ever is Avatar. So, and it all comes from Uncle Iroh. So, yeah, I agree.
Well, I do think that Avatar leans a little bit more teenager than Ben 10 does. I feel like Ben 10 is a little bit more geared towards like children, where Avatar is kind of like almost like the preteen level, because it is a little bit more serious. It is more story driven. There is more like slower moments and
yeah, well, because we're going to read the comments later, but let me just get that one out of here. Dad, our beloved father, said, well, I was probably going to vote for Ben 10. It's a good show, but Avatar is more like a manga. Neither one of these are an anime or anything else. These are cartoons. Avatar and Ben 10 are cartoons through and through. It's just like fucking Looney Tunes, if you want to put it up against that. It's just a different variation of it, right? Because, like, I know they have graphic novels and shit, but at the end of the day, it all comes from the cartoon. Because I would completely disagree that, like, there's more serious tones, but Avatar has some of, and I'll admit it because, again, I'm a fan of both, but Avatar has some of the dumbest fucking jokes. Like when Aang will do his fucking air ball, and then it'll blow like all the girls' dresses up, and then Sokka and him will be like, ooh, and then it's like, really? You're not even an anime and you're trying to pull that shit off?
Yeah.
Like, maybe that's a bias because I can't fucking stand that shit even in anime as it is, but let alone being in a cartoon. I mean, yeah, no way. I can also say Ben 10 has one better fucking theme song than Avatar. Are you kidding me? What is it? The secrets that he did. Now he's a super rock. You know, like it's a fucking jam.
Yeah, well, that, yeah.
And then you got, and then
that I can't really defend because
long ago, the Avatar faced 4 nations, and all came together when the Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm skipping that shit every time.
Yeah,
I don't care
off.
what I'm here to defend.
Yeah.
Any show that has that bullshit intro where you're explaining the show and it's not in a melody, not a song. It's getting skip intro, fast forward, whatever, every fucking time.
Every time. Because that doesn't make me hype. That's not why. Like, the show, obviously, you know, it executed well. But if I didn't like the show after, then all that stuff would completely put me out.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it explains it every fucking time.
That's what I'm saying. There's no reason to listen to it again. Yeah. Like, if you've watched the first 5 episodes,
you got it.
You know what's coming. So.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, you know what's coming every theme song.
Mm-hmm.
But like, at least when it's a catchy, fun theme song, it almost makes the show better. Like, there's certain shows where like skipping the intro almost makes me feel guilty. Yeah. Because I'm like, this intro perfectly sets up the show.
Yeah.
Like, when the song ends and then scene starts, sometimes it feels right.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't feel like anything where it's like that, where it's just
if you skip
words over some
you don't
whatever
feel
the
any
fuck
different.
Asian orchestra music.
Yeah.
I don't know what they call that.
I can't remember what the Samson? I can't remember what it's called, but like the the guitar that in Kung Fu Hustle. Remember the guy playing
that in so long.
Oh, fuck. All right, well, the guy that's like playing the guitar on the ground with his knees, like, remember? That is a shamisen. I'm pretty sure that's what they're playing. It's like a Japanese guitar or something.
I like the sound of it.
Yeah.
But I'd rather you sing over it or just make it just music. Don't talk over it.
Yeah, don't
Or if you're going to talk over it, you better switch that shit up.
Add melody.
Yeah, do something. Yeah. Like, talk for a little bit, then have a little bit of song, end it.
Yeah.
Something. But if it's just talking, I'm skipping it every time.
Yeah, I can't handle that. And like I said, I fucking love both, but I just, no way. And
here's one thing that little bitch Ben never did for anybody. I can tell you that
okay,
right now.
Throw it at me.
Okay. Andy gives hope for all cancer patients in the entire world.
Andy?
Every single kid, they look at him and they're like, this guy can do anything. I'm also bald. Yeah. And you can't say that about Ben 10. I mean, who's looking up to
How do you know
10?
Ben 10's not bald? That could be a wig.
With that haircut, maybe
that
little lesbians at 8 years old, but who else? I'm talking about the little kids
Shout out
who are
lesbos.
thinking that they're about to die, thinking that they don't have a future, thinking that it's over for them.
Yeah.
They see a guy like the Avatar, out of all people, with a bald head. How many of them are like, Mom, Dad, I want the blue arrow. I want the stripe. It can cover this up.
Yeah, but you know what?
And now I feel confident.
You know
I feel
what, though?
happy.
Aang gets hair back. His hair grows back. Cancer patients' hairs don't grow back. Aang's does. Season 3, look it up.
That's only because he's the Avatar and so powerful that he overcomes cancer. He's so powerful, so strong, he can regrow hair out of his cancerous follicles.
That's one of his elements?
Yeah. Who else can do that?
That is one of the most reach for a fucking point in an argument I've ever heard in my life. I mean, I can't sit here and say that.
And I can also tell you this, that
saying,
Gwen
though,
and Mac are no way near as cool.
Max.
Whatever.
Grandpa
as,
Max. Get it right, get it tight.
As Katara and Sokka.
No.
They're a great trio. And everything that the Avatar needs help with, they're there. and they make up for the losses. And Sokka, he's like the only dude that like doesn't really have a whole lot of powers and shit going on. He's a guy that's just like brave and a little bit of an idiot. You can admit that. He's a little bit of an idiot. He's the guy that's like, it's not so much that he's brave, but he's an idiot and willing to go into it. But he still has a little bit of courage that even the Avatar lacks sometimes.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what's cool as shit about Ben 10. You're saying all these people.
Okay, well, I'll say this because I have a common knowledge. Hey, you've talked a whole lot, and I'm just getting started, so let me at least, if I have a chance to say something, I'm just going to take my moments. Because you can trust me right here, right now, they're not coming. So, both shows have an adversary who are both other kids. Mm-hmm. All right? So, out of the two, who do you think is the better character, Kevin 11 or Zuko?
Okay. Well, if you're talking like the first villain, because there's a big bad for both of them. Just saying. But if we're talking only Kevin 11 versus Zuko, you can't deny that Zuko's fucking a better character. He's badass. He's fucking. He's the story, the development between him being an asshole, everything gets thrown away from him. He's pretty much put into exile, and then Uncle Iroh and everyone put him out. He's like abandoned from his country. He becomes the Blue Mask, which is badass. I get that.
Right.
But Kevin 11 is similar to what you were saying about Sokka. He's the idiot that charges in, doesn't give a fuck, doesn't care. He's the bad boy that every girl wants to fuck, just like your boy. And he has the power to take everyone's power. So let's say this table is made of metal. All he has to do is this. Now his whole body's turned to metal, right? If that vape, let's say it was made of fucking titanium or something, he can put his finger to it. His whole body's titanium, right? Where Zuko just has fucking fire. That's it. And eventually, at the end of Ben 10, something fucking happens. I'm not going to spoil.
But it sounds like Kevin has no control over his power.
That's what I was about to say. But at the end of the show, Kevin eventually gains power through rage, but because he gets so mad because of not thinking and because he's an asshole that just charges in and doesn't care about the consequences, he overuses his power way too much once he gets control of it because he thinks, he's better than he is. He just got control. And he eventually touches the Omnitrix and fucks up himself so much to where now he is a like amalgamation of like 30 different aliens, and he'll never get his human form back.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Zuko had it controlled the whole time. Like
he had control, but it's not cool. It's just fire.
I mean, how you can't do it, bitch?
Yeah, I can. Watch this.
That's smoking. That's not fire. And you're almost dying off of the vape. So get the fuck out of here. He's bringing brimstone to the table.
He's not bringing brimstone. He's bringing everything but brimstone to the fucking thing. You know how many times Zuko fucking got his ass whipped in that show?
Oh, for sure. But
the only person to ever beat Kevin 11 was Ben. Where fucking Aang, okay, Zuko whooped his ass, but everyone else beat Zuko.
Okay, sure. But I don't know because I don't know much about Kevin 11, so I don't know. It's hard to say, but I know that. Okay, here's the thing: who plays Kevin 11?
Oh fuck. I know his name because he played all of the fucking characters in every single one of those shows. You would know him too. God damn it.
Well, he wasn't Rufio and Hook, and that's the point that I'm making here.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
God
Way
damn
to break
it,
everyone's ears with that.
Sorry, people. God, yeah, Zuko is Rufio and Hook, and fuck, I wish there was something else I could say.
There isn't. I promise you that. Because whoever Kevin 11 is, he doesn't have shit on Rufio. That's like where it all started. You know how much Hook means to us as children.
It does. The whole reason I'm into One Piece is because of Hook.
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
Actually, that makes a lot of sense. That was a joke, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, huh, that might be.
Right. You wouldn't be attracted to fat black women if it wasn't for the chubby kid on Hook.
He's doing it, Peter. He's doing it. I don't even know if he says that. Shout out Hook, though. Shout out Robin Williams. Shout out Choking Yourself.
I can tell you who doesn't have anything on either character.
Who?
Okay. I know Ben 10's a badass. Kevin 11 is a badass. But what about Sheen 13 though? He is by far the most badass person in the entire series, and you haven't even brought him to the table yet.
Yeah, because I'm not going to bring a fucking character like him to the table when he's not relevant enough. He had, like, what, 2 scenes of the goddamn show?
But they were the best scenes of all time.
No, that would be like me bringing up, like, Zombazo. Or
and also
Zombozo.
To have a show from 2005 that's geared towards children to where your, like, special power as an alien is puke. Pretty big deal. Like, who else was doing that? Kind of gross, yes, but also badass.
Really? You want to know? You want to know one? Are we getting into this? Ben 10 had a fucking alien called Upchuck that puked. Okay?
So look at how uncreative this show is by having 2 puking characters.
Oh my god. No, you haven't even let me get into the fucking aliens, okay? All of his aliens are different shit. You said the fire. He's got one for fire, okay? Already. Lava, fire, magma, everything, right? He's got one for vines, all right? He's got one that's like a mutt. He's got one that has 4 arms. He has one that's like this big, and it's the smartest thing in the entire galaxy, right? He has one that has super speed, one that can fly, one that can swim, all this different shit, and all of them have personalities that make up your separate characters. So Ben has all of these different personalities and shit that confuse him with his own, right? Okay. That's saying something, because, and I can also say this because this is proof. I don't remember what season of Ben 10 it is, because I think there's like 3 or 4 of what we're talking about. They eventually find out that they can go back in time. Okay. So or someone can go back in time, and someone goes ahead of time. You want to know who that someone is? You ready for me to lay down the hammer?
Okay, I'm
you
listening.
ready? Ben 10,000. Okay? 45-year-old Ben 10 comes back to the fucking future. Ben 10,000. He tells Ben, you need to stop doing what you're doing. I've been down that path. I've went through every alternative route that our life can go on. And what you're going down now is not the one for you. You're going to die doing this and that. Again, no spoilers. 10,000. Ben 10,000. Okay? And it is said that dude can destroy anyone in the fucking galaxy.
But how did he go from 10 years old to 45 years old? And it's now 10,000. From 10 to 10,000?
Time. He can control time now.
Then I guess I don't understand how time works. How you can get 10,000 out of 45.
That's what I'm saying. No. He's still, like I said, the Omnitrix is only stuck to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So because of him finding out...
it's all through time travel.
It's all through time travel. He doesn't really age. So let's say from like 20 to 26, he could have gotten 3,000 aliens and only spent like 2 months doing it or something or whatever. Like, and that's the crazy shit that it gets into. Like, I know, like Avatar, right? Aang, he has the spirit world, right? And he can control his mind and control crazy shit. That's how at the end of the series he takes the elemental power from fire, or Lord Ozai. Yeah, he puts, instead of killing him, a bitch move. You know how Ben 10 killed so many fucking bosses. Okay, he's a real G. Aang refused to kill the main bad. Okay, so all he did was he put him in rock forever, put his little fucking finger on his forehead, and then just took all of his powers away and said, "You will never do what you've done to others again." And then he went and kissed Katara. Boom.
Pretty powerful.
No, man. Come on, beat his ass. This dude put this Fire Lord Ozai had like slavery. He had fucking corruption. He had like everything that makes a terrible villain a terrible villain. Lord Ozai is that motherfucker.
Yeah, no, I mean that's true.
So Aang should have just been like, you know what? No, you don't deserve to go through life. You don't. You've taken so much from so many people. I'm gonna take yours. But no, Aang had to go and fucking bitch out.
But he did take away his power, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, wouldn't that be worse than dying? To know what you had at one time and know that no matter how much you want it, you'll never get it back. You think you're ever living happy again?
Yeah, that's true.
Honestly, I find that to be more sadistic than killing somebody.
Because he put him in rock forever. So he's stuck on a rock in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by nobody.
Only with his thoughts of where he went wrong his whole life.
Damn. So he really is the Kelly Clarkson of the story.
That's what I'm saying.
Since you were gone, look it up.
All right. Well, you got comments. I got comments. We do have
comments. Oh man. And if also, make sure you check out Vast Difference Podcast on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Castbox, Spreaker, anywhere to get your podcast. Rate us 5 stars, get us in that algorithm so we can start living our dream. And
if you have a Reddit, come and follow the Vast Difference Podcast Reddit so you can come be a part of these discussions. We got a Vast Difference Reddit now. It's going to be one hell of a one. So make sure you like this video, subscribe. Trying to live our dreams over here. This isn't just something we're doing for the hell of it. We're trying to make this something special so we can not have to have day jobs and start living the life we want to live. This Reddit dried up a little bit more than the last one, I'm going to be honest. So I have one comment here from Saturn _ Peaches.
Shout out Saturn Peaches.
There's absolutely no contest whatsoever. It is Avatar. To be fair, I've never watched Ben 10, but in animation alone, Avatar destroys it in comparison. Well, I'm going to say already, Mr. Peaches, that if you haven't seen both,
maybe shut the hell up.
I don't know how much.
Yeah, I don't agree.
Yeah,
I don't agree with anything you have to say, and I don't think anything you have to say is valid. I'm trying to get to this one,
and then
my phone
I also had
up.
some Facebook comments that I'm trying to get to as well.
Oh man, look at these stories. Girl, look at that body. Girl, look at that body.
All right, so
I got one too.
I went to my personal Facebook, Blake Fay, in case you don't know. We're doing Avatar: The Last Airbender versus Ben 10 on Vast Difference this week. Any thoughts / comments? We'll read your comments on the podcast. So if you want to comment on there, we'll give you a shout out right now, like Corey Campbell.
Shout out Corey Campbell,
past guest. Well, of the 1722 podcast, actually.
Yeah, go check out 1722. Just keep going scrolling on our channel. You'll find it.
Corey Campbell says, oh, that's a tough one. I'm going to give it to Avatar, though. The thoughts of bending elements to my will is pretty sick, although changing into monsters is pretty awesome. Think about it. If you are an airbender and you break wind, you can just bend that air away from you, no more taking ownership for your own brand.
Break wind?
Yeah, I don't know.
The sad part is that say break wind?
He's younger than me, but he sounds like the age of Ben 10,000.
10,001.
Brent Archibald, shout out Brent, says Ben 10's the winner here.
Thank you, Brent, my motherfucker.
Donnie Fay, also known as our father.
Yeah.
He says, if I have to choose, I would definitely choose The Last Airbender. It's more like graphic novel style, sort of like manga, so I would say for me it's Last Airbender. Ben 10 is more for little kids, I think. Hey, bullshit. He said the same thing.
That's what I'm saying. It ain't true. They're both for kids, Pops, okay? I love you, but someone needs to put you in your place a little bit.
Do it. Take the time.
The Rock, know your role, okay? Both of these are for kids, okay? It's not like this is fucking One Piece or something where it's meant for fucking adults, but it looks like it's for kids. These are both for fucking kids.
Yes, I agree. But Avatar definitely leans more towards an older audience than Ben 10 does.
No, I get that. But at the end of the day, they're for kids.
Yeah.
It's like McDonald's. It's for fat people.
I mean, anyone can have it. It's the same thing. None of it's for specifics. But I think that, like I said, depending on the child, of course.
Yeah.
But on average, a young boy, especially, because I don't know how many girls are watching either one of these shows. I'm sure it happened, but I don't know a girl personally that's like, oh, those were my favorites growing up. So,
man, if you were a girl who watched Ben 10 and loved it, shout out. Let us know in the comments if you were a female who loved it, because that is a rarity that I'm trying to get at.
Austin's about to put a ring on it.
Yeah, shout out Beyonce. So when we put out the questions, one of our friends, Flip for them, said, my boy just had a near breakdown when I asked him if Avatar or Ben 10 was better. Full on broke him.
Oh.
Right? So, then when we put the poll up, our good old boy Flip for them was there again, him and his boy, all right? And he said, and I laughed so hard when I read this, after 4 hours of apparent deep thought and distress, my boy came back and said, Ben 10 wins, and walked away. I would have loved to see
He couldn't even elaborate on it. He just had to get the thought out as quick as he could before he thought about it again.
You know what, Dad? I've had a lot of thought. It doesn't even hold a candle. It's Ben 10. Tell them to fuck off. I've never never mind. I was going to give it away. But yeah, thank you all for commenting so much. Oh, I forgot. Our good old friend Jacob Edson as well gave us a comment and said, I don't know either way something. Fuck, what was it? Damn it.
Oh my God.
Hold on, let me look it up. I read it twice.
I'm reading it right now.
But I'm taking a new medicine, and it's really fucking up with my memory. And so there's come times when I
that would
try
explain
to
the weight
bring
gain. All right, let that sit in silence. That's cool.
Oh man, I mean, I didn't know where to come after that.
All right, so Jacob Edson says, I closed my eyes and clicked 3 times, and each time I just went to the next story. Wait a second, I'm reading the wrong part. Hold on a second, fellas. He said, gotta close my eyes and vote because I haven't seen either, LOL. And that, my friend, is if we were giving out, fan of the year awards.
That's not even the one
whatever.
I meant, but okay.
Oh, maybe you're talking about a different one.
Yeah,
That's
I meant the other one.
That's the one I have.
Yeah, I meant the one down there.
Oh, I closed my eyes and clicked 3 times, and each time I just went to the next story. Damn it. Nailed it the 4th try, but I have no idea which I clicked on, and that's okay.
That's what I'm saying.
So still fan of the year because...
let's get into that before we end
everyone should be like Jacob. Yeah. And I feel like that about every facet of his life as a guy who, works for himself. Not a bad-looking kid either, I try to be like Jacob in every way that I can.
He's got a tight ass. Everyone loves his ass.
That's what I'm saying. Don't even get me started on his abs.
Yeah.
But I think that the best thing that you can do is that right there. Like, it doesn't fucking matter if you know either side.
Or if you have a
just
preference.
pick one.
Just
have
support.
fun and port. You can base it off of anything. Like, oh, I like this picture better. I don't give a fuck what it is.
I like the color green.
I know this actor. I know this song by this band. Like, whatever it is we're going up for, just put in a vote because it helps.
It helps. It makes everything funner because there's a lot of times where we're like that close, and then there's like 100 people that fucking viewed it, and then there's like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then you find out like, oh well, I didn't know which one to pick on, and then Jacob comes in here with the fucking Don Mega attitude and is like, you know what? I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do it 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, and then it fucking worked.
Yeah.
Yeah. It literally takes 5 seconds. Just vote. Just
because
like it,
maybe you guys don't realize, but we can see every single one of you fucks that come through and view our story, but don't put in a vote. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Why are you even there? Don't look at my shit if you're not voting.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all
we
saying.
love all the supporters that do, very, very much. Everyone who voted tonight, as you're pulling out the poll, everyone who voted tonight, we appreciate you very much. Because this, like I said, this one really meant a lot to your boy over here. Because this... It's the 2 titans of industry going head to head in this head right here.
Let's see who the winner is between Ben 10 and Avatar, The Last Airbender. The winner is
come on, Ben.
Avatar.
Ben. Is it really? Show me. Is it, or are you pulling ass? God damn it, he's not pulling ass. All right,
not pulling ass.
Son of a bitch.
It is 55% to 45%.
God damn, that's close.
Very, very close. It might be the closest one we've ever had, actually.
Yeah, okay. Damn.
The closest to a tie I think we've had.
God damn.
So everyone that did vote, thank you very much. It's nice to see that. And I got another win, and
I know.
I don't think I've ever debated something so perfect in my entire life and put more love and care and passion into any episode we've ever done.
Definitely didn't have to edit anything out at all. We appreciate you all watching. Thank you. Have a good night. Don't forget to turn out the light.